China reacts to PM Modi's remarks on ties. Beijing welcomes Prime Minister's positive comments. China says willing to work with India. Beijing's Elephant Dragon Dance reaction to PM Modi's remark on Lex Fridman podcast. China says we must support each other. On March 17, China publicly acknowledged and expressed gratitude for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks regarding India-China relations during his appearance on Lex Fridman's podcast. The Chinese government emphasized that a cooperative dynamic, symbolically represented as a harmonious dance between the elephant and the dragon, is not just beneficial, but essential for both nations. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning told reporters that in the 2,000-plus years history of interactions, the two countries have maintained friendly exchanges, and both the countries learn from each other, contributing to civilizational achievements and human progress. China's statement follows PM Modi's interview with US-based podcaster and computer scientist Lex Fridman, where he said normalcy has returned to the India-China border after his recent talks with President Xi Jinping to defuse tensions ignited by the 2020 clashes between the two armies in eastern Ladakh. The Prime Minister reaffirmed that his administration is dedicated to ensuring that any differences do not escalate into conflicts. In the podcast, PM Modi stated that our focus is to ensure that these differences don't turn into disputes. That's what we actively work toward. Prime Minister further added that instead of discord, his government emphasized dialogue, because only through dialogue can we build a stable, cooperative relationship that serves the best interests of both nations. The China spokesperson also said the successful meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping in Russia's Kazan in October 2024 provided strategic guidance for the improvement and development of bilateral ties. She further went on to add that China stands ready to work with India to implement the important common understandings between the two leaders, take the 75th anniversary of the diplomatic relations as an opportunity and advance bilateral ties on the track of stable and sound development. In November 2024, Indian and Chinese troops started patrolling along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh after a gap of over 4 years. Patrolling was stopped in these two areas in eastern Ladakh for about 4.5 years after the two sides clashed in the Pangong Lake and Galwan regions in May-June 2020. Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a wide-ranging conversation with American scientist Lex Fridman in a podcast released on March 16.